Everybody, I'm Andrew Arkey, Head of Communications for Steemit, and today I'm here with Bobby Ong, the co-founder and COO of CoinGecko.
CoinGecko is a cryptocurrency data aggregator. We track all sorts of crypto data in the cryptocurrency space. So for example, the price, market cap, trading volume for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Steem, and 5,500 other coins. And we track that. And our mission is to be the most comprehensive data overview, data aggregator of the crypto space. We want to aggregate all the data in the space. So we are one of the first aggregators to track developer and social media stats. So we know how active each token or coin project is in terms of development. And we also know how active the team is in the social media. We've been operational since 2014, and that's basically our objective, is to be a 360-degree overview of the crypto space. So yeah, that's what we do. We are one of the largest crypto data aggregators in the world, and we track a lot of things in the space, and we want to be very transparent about the way we do things.
So I think the 900-pound gorilla in the room when we're talking about tracking crypto is CoinMarketCap. Could you talk a little bit about what differentiates CoinGecko from CoinMarketCap?
So we are very transparent about the way we do things. Everything that you see on the website, there's a way how we calculate them, and we try to put all this information on our website. And I guess a lot of people are just used to using CoinMarketCap, but we have a lot more data than what they do. So developer data, social media data, we have more coins, we have more exchanges. We're obviously big fans of Steemit. We play a very active role in the space, in the community. And I guess we do a lot of things, especially these days with the number of exchanges coming on board. A lot of them have reported fake volume. So we put into our mission to really clean up the space. And we don't want to mislead our users into using exchanges that have fabricated their volume just to appear at near the top of CoinMarketCap, but it's actually not really liquid, and it's just all having fake volume, and there's no real liquidity there. So yeah, we just want to be more transparent. So we introduced this thing called a TrustScore, and where we instead of sorting exchanges by trading volume, we sort exchanges based on a set of criteria that we determine to be good for, that determines what a good exchange is supposed to be.
What are some of those things? How do you decide what a good exchange is and what a bad exchange is?
Sure. So in traditional markets where things are regulated, an exchange with a lot of trading volume is usually an exchange with very large liquidity. However, in crypto, like, there's no regulations, and all these cryptocurrency exchanges are practicing bad. They're just doing crazy stuff just to inflate their volume to appear that they are larger than what they actually are. So some of the things that they do outright, they're bad practices, things like transfer mining, so they incentivize traders to trade among themselves to rack up high transaction fee to get exchange tokens. Some of them outright do wash trading to inflate their volume, and some exchanges just put out fake API data. So these are all misleading techniques to mislead the retail investors to trade in these exchanges, and come to a stage where we say, like, enough is enough. We just can't take it anymore. We got to do something about it, because as one of the largest players in the aggregators in the space, we obviously lead a lot of users to one of these exchanges. And if these exchanges are rewarded for doing bad things, then that's not good on us. So we had to clean up this thing. So basically in May this year, we launched TrustScore, where it's a very simplistic method of evaluating exchanges. It's mainly based on web traffic and order book and analysis. So if you think about exchange that is very liquid, it should have a lot of traders trading there, and therefore a lot of visitors visiting their website. And this would be the data of the website visitors will be captured by an independent third-party analytics tool such as SimilarWeb. And we can see that website which have a lot of users, like a lot of real liquidity, like Binance, have a lot of website visitors on SimilarWeb, whereas an exchange that is small but has very high trading volume will have very low website visitors as well. So using this, we sort of can create a normalized trading volume for a lot of exchanges. And also, if you think about an exchange order book, if an exchange has very large liquidity, the bid and ask spread will be very tight instead of a large bid and ask spread. I've personally seen some of the exchanges doing wash trading in front of my eyes. So they claim that they have over $100 million in daily trading volume for this trading pair, let's just say Litecoin, Bitcoin. But when I look at the bid and ask spread, it was 80%. So it was pretty much impossible to trade at this exchange. And if you think about the order book depth, we take the last done price and we take a 2% lower bound and 2% upper bound. And then we sum up all the orders in the 2% lower bound and sum up all the orders in 2% upper bound. So you can imagine like an exchange that have a lot of liquidity will have very thick order book. So the depth for 2% depth will be in the millions of dollars. When an exchange that has low liquidity for a particular trading pair may only have, for example, $1,000 in order book for 2%. So if you sell like $10,000 worth of Steem or Bitcoin, you move the price by over 2%. You have a lot of slippage. So that's what we do in May, and we've been running this for a few months, and a lot of people like what we do. And but we've been trying to improve this algorithm because obviously exchanges know what we are doing now, and they start gaming this algorithm as well. So last week in Singapore, we launched TrustScore 2.0, where we introduced a bunch of new metrics to sort of give a 360-degree analysis of evaluation of exchanges. So one of the things that we look at it was we enhanced the liquidity score. So we look at all the bid and ask spread and count the average bid and ask spread for each exchange. And we also look at the exchange to see how much they are cheating. If they are cheating a lot, we penalize them more based on their volume. And we also take a look at their API. And for example, we give a grade A, B, C, D, E. So an exchange that is sort of clean, they won't really want to cheat their API. They give you all the data that you want, but an exchange that has something to hide, they may want to obfuscate things and don't make it very clear for us to query this data. We also started introducing a couple of new things, which is the cryptocurrency reserves that we work together with Bitfury's Crystal to get a rough estimate of how much Bitcoin, Ether, and Bitcoin Cash that each exchange has. It's still a rough estimate, and that's quite interesting to see which exchange have the most number of crypto holdings. And we also work with another partner called CoinFirm of AMLT Network to sort of give an evaluation of their KYC processes for each exchange to see which one has more stringent requirements compared to the rest. I think this is just a start. We have a lot more ideas and metrics of how we can further evaluate exchanges, and it's just a matter of time before we put them all to see. So for example, like I can probably show my screen over here right now and show you what it looks like on CoinGecko's TrustScore. Let me see. Share my screen. Yeah. All right, you can see me now. Okay, so let's see. Oops. Yeah, so this is how it looks like on CoinGecko. Like this is the new TrustScore. So Binance is ranked number 1. It has TrustScore of 10 points. Kraken arranged a score 1 to 10. Bitfinex, KuCoin, Gate.io. So this sort of makes sense because exchange, we know Binance is the largest exchange. If you look at normalized trading volume, the 24 hours reported trading volume, you see that exchange like BBox, Fcoin, EXX, BKEX, BitOffer, God knows what exchanges are these. They're all leading the chart. Where is Binance? Binance is way all the way at the bottom here. So all these exchanges at the top, from 1 all the way to Binance, they're probably doing some sort of transfer mining or trading incentive or just wash trading their data. So just really can't be trusted, I would say. So this is what we do. We sort of believe that these exchanges have better scores, so we rank them this way.
Well, this is really great because, I mean, this is a common problem, even for me, who's been in this space for a long time. You know, you get interested in a coin, you want to buy some, you got to figure out which exchange it's on. Now you've come across some obscure exchange that you've never heard of before, and you don't know whether you can trust it or not. Now, I'm sure that people should, you know, still buyer beware when looking at your scores, but just having some metric that you can use to gauge whether someone thinks that this exchange is trustworthy or acting in some kind of responsible way, I think it'd be hugely valuable.
Indeed. So let me show a little bit things over here. So this is the screen of the Steem on CoinGecko. So over here, this is pretty much how we do it. Like you can take a look at Binance. We see you have the price, you have the spread. This is the bid and ask spread, 0.46 on Binance between the bid and the ask. This is the 2% depth and 2% depth, the upper range and lower range. Some of these things are pretty low, for example. And you can see that for many other coins on this thing. At the end of each, we give them a trust score, whether it's green, yellow, or red, and some of the volume stats over here.
Like when I think about CoinMarketCap, I think that they are just showing data from exchanges because they know it'll bring a lot of eyeballs to their site so that they can show ads, and they make a ton of money off of ads. To me, what it sounds like you guys are doing is you're thinking very deeply about the problems that face the space, how people are gaming the various systems, and you're trying to provide more reliable information to people who are traders, to people who are buying cryptocurrencies. And of course, your system is not going to be perfect from the get-go. In fact, it'll never be perfect. All you can hope to do is continue improving, continue upgrading, continuing to find the various ways that people are gaming the system, and then implementing new algorithms, integrating new data points so that you can provide more reliable data. And to me, what I like about that is just knowing that you guys care very deeply about this, and at least you're trying, at least you're making progress. You're trying to provide more reliable information, whereas I really don't get that from CoinMarketCap. And also, as a member of the Steemit team, this issue of fake liquidity is something that is very personal to us because, when people look at the space of cryptocurrencies, they see Steem as, just one of many in all these different altcoins, when in reality, few coins are being used more than Steem. Now, that doesn't necessarily translate into liquidity, but the point is that there's all this fake data out there that's obfuscating the real use cases, the tokens that are really doing something meaningful. And so it means a lot to us that you guys are trying to, weed out the unreliable information. And I can also speak from personal experience and say that we have been contacted by exchanges that say to us things like, the reason why you should be on our exchange is, well, first of all, you should pay us to be on our exchange. And second of all, oh yeah, oh, well, that 100%. Well, is that not widely known? Yeah, they go pay us. And then they go, one of the services that we'll provide to you is liquidity, market making. We will make it look like your token is traded more. And they will say it more or less outright. And my blood starts to boil, and Eli knows that she has to contain me because I might blow up and just tell the people to just get lost because they're so shameless about it. So it's definitely a huge problem, and I'm so glad that you guys are working on addressing these problems.
Yeah, I think you said it very well, probably better than I did about why we are better than anyone else out there in the market. I think situation has become so bad that reported trading volume is kind of a vanity metric that can't be used anymore as any indicator on how good an exchange is anymore. It's so bad that any aggregator that sorts exchanges by reported trading volume is just reporting fake number. Vanity number. It doesn't mean anything anymore. And you said it really well. And all these exchanges are sort of using this to go after token projects and extracting money and trying to further inflate the volume. And it's just really bad practice for the industry. So yeah, something about it.
That's exactly how I feel, because none of these projects have real products. They don't have anything that people are using. So all they have is the stats on their token. So it makes sense for them to spend whatever capital they have inflating the metrics around their token, because God knows there's no other reason to buy it. They're not offering a product like Amazon, but on a blockchain, this game, but on a blockchain, right? So it creates these perverse incentives that lead me to the same conclusion that you're at, where you can't trust these numbers at all because the incentives in the space are just totally wrong. So is this part of what the problem you're trying to address with your crypto reports?
Yeah. So I think so that's what we do for all the report is something, a value add that we publish. So every quarter we publish a crypto report in for CoinGecko, and we've been doing this for the past year, I think for the past year and a half or so. And basically, just let me briefly show it to you here. So yeah, this is a report that we publish every quarter. So in last quarter, we look at the state of the crypto market, for example, how things went, which coin did well, the dominance, top 30 rankings for coins, look at exchanges and some of the hacks that happen in the exchanges, look through Binance in detail, a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, we explain TrustScore, what we did in detail.
What I like about this is that there's so much going on in the crypto and blockchain space at this point that it is impossible to keep track of everything. Even on Steem alone, there's so much happening that I've just given up on staying on top of everything. So this report, and like in crypto, the distinction between a user and an investor is very gray. Almost everybody who uses blockchains or crypto is an investor to some degree. And so these reports look like they're incredibly valuable for just staying on top of the space when things are changing so rapidly.
I agree. I find it really hard to stay up to date with the space as well. And thankfully, the team at CoinGecko, like the team put really a lot of effort to put together this and put the data together. And every quarter, I look forward to reading the work that my team does it. And because it helps me, like gives a very high level overview of what the crypto market is about. So yeah, this is, if you haven't read our report yet, do have a read. These are all the things that you should know in the crypto space. We are publishing our Q3 report sometime in October, mid-October. So they'll be coming up. And I think I just want to highlight, I think last year, I think January this year, we published a Steem 2018 report. So we looked through some of the stats in the Steem space. So similar to what we do in the crypto space, we look into the Steem space. Christian did a fantastic job with this report. So yeah, that's what we do. And I think it's very interesting because we find the Steem community very engaging. And we've been, I think at the start, we weren't really active. I've heard about Steem for the longest period of time, but when we had like Christian and Johnson join the team, he's been telling us so much about how awesome Steem is, and we said like, okay, this is the time. We got to come in and like play a very active role in Steem, and we started our first post maybe close to a year ago, on Steemit, and I think we never looked back since. Now we've done so many things on Steem. We started running a witness server as well. I think there's a lot of changes in the last couple of weeks with the hard fork, and we've been upgrading our servers again and again. But that's part of the plan to run the witness server. It's very interesting. We learn a lot every day. I think at the end of the year, there's a Steem Fest, and Christian and Johnson will be joining, will be presenting as well. So really looking forward to playing a major role in the Steem community, actually.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job of engaging with the Steem community. A lot of projects kind of come in because they want the users, and they'll make like one or two posts, and then they'll leave because everybody doesn't just immediately start using their app or something. But like the Steem users are actually very discerning people. They're also very cynical and skeptical of people who are just trying to exploit them. And you guys realize, like, if you want the engagement, the community that comes from Steem, you have to show them that you appreciate the value they bring by continuing to engage with them. But if you do it right, and if you offer them a valuable service in return, and you show them that you're one of them, then you can have a lot of success with it. And I think that what you guys realize is one of the core value propositions of Steem, which is not that it can be used to do everything and that it's the future of the internet. It's that it's the easiest way to begin touching blockchain technology directly, engaging with the blockchain directly and gaining firsthand experience over this technology, like you guys are a witness now. You know, you're running a witness node, and you know, you're gaining all of this experience and all of this knowledge that, you know, is I think more difficult in these other ecosystems. And like, it applies to content creators too, right? Like, you can sign up on steemit.com today and begin posting and commenting and voting on content that's on a blockchain. And so it applies at every level where you can begin. And I think as a business like yours, it's really important to have hands-on experience with blockchain technology. And Steem, due to its application specificity, means that it's not outside of the grasp of a normal developer. Whereas with EOS and Ethereum, you have to go so deep into the weeds to really begin playing with the protocol, in my opinion, that it winds up detracting from your business. And the beauty of Steem is that you can kind of integrate it into your business in a way that doesn't distract you from the core value propositions that you're trying to deliver. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about for anybody who's watching, who's interested in learning more about CoinGecko, who's interested in reading your reports? Where should they go to get this information?
Just come to coingecko.com and you can find all the, this is the page that you should bookmark and visit every day. And you see all the information that you ever need, price of Bitcoin, Ether, Steem, and so on. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us. We have, obviously we're on Steemit. Just leave a comment on our Steemit post anytime you have a question, or just join us on our Telegram group at CoinGecko, or drop us a line on Twitter. And we always love to hear from the community. We love to hear feedback on how we can further improve CoinGecko. So do let us know, and we would love to hear from all of you.